Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the overview of the Geography chapter 1, that is resources. You just turn around you can see many things around you. Am I right? You can see some furnitures, you can see some utensils, you can see some food grains, you can see some books, you can see some um, papers, you can see some bags. So those those all the things have some use for us. For example, furnitures like cupboard, sofa or chair, it helps us in some way. If we take utensils help us to cook and feed us. So, and then food grain is the thing that what we eat. And then books, it is useful for us to develop our knowledge. It can be any book. So all the things around us has a value and it has a use. Am I right? Value means what? Value means worth. So if we take a book, it has some value and also some use. If we take a furniture, it also has some value and it also has some use. If we take food grains, it also has some value and it also has some use. Air around us, it also has some value and it helps us to sustain in this world as alive. So it also has some use. So anything and everything which is surrounded by us and has some value and also ability to sustain the human needs are called as resources. So எந்த விஷயமாக இருந்தாலும் எந்த பொருளாக இருந்தாலும் அந்த பொருளுக்கு ஒரு வேல்யூ இருந்து அது நம்ம ஹியூமன் நீட்ஸை சாட்டிஸ்ஃபை பண்ணுற மாதிரி இருந்ததுன்னா those things are called as resources. Am I clear to you? So what is resources? Anything and everything which has some value and also ability to sustain the human needs are called as resources. Okay. So I have told you that all the things a resource must have a use. Am I right? A resources must have a use. So it has some utility. So what is utility? So here you can see that utility is the usability is what makes as object or substances as a resource. So if a furniture is as a wood, it is not useful to us. Am I right? But a person who can turn a wood into a beautiful furniture helps us to convert the wood as a resources. Am I right? So this is called as utility. Utility or usability is what makes an object or a substance as a resource. So here the conversion of wood into a furniture is called as utility. Okay. So only the utility, after the process of utility, it has some value. So if we take as a wood, does it have any value? No. A wood can be used for burning as a fuel or nothing else. But if it is converted into a furniture, it has a value. It has a great value. So utility is the process which makes a thing into a resource and also which creates a value for the same thing. So ஒரு பொருளுக்கு அதை ரிசோர்ஸாக கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணுறது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் அந்த பொருளுக்குன்னு ஒரு வேல்யூவை கொடுக்கறது யூட்டிலிட்டி தான். ஓகே. ஸோ வாட் இஸ் யூட்டிலிட்டி? Utility is what makes the thing or a substance into a resource. So which brings a value for a thing? Utility brings the value for the resource. So then we will see in this chapter about types of resources. So all the thing around us are not belongs to same type. Am I right? So some may be of for example utensils and furniture are from natural wood and minerals. So they are natural resources. They are obtained naturally. Am I right? But they have some utility. But if a resource which can be utilized as a raw material, for example air, water, if there is a process needed for a water or air to change it as a resource? No. Land, water, air all have a natural value within it. Am I right? So land we can use as such it is there. So for farming we does not want to change its natural ability or natural features to something to use it. So நம்ம அதை அப்படியே யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். We don't want to make any changes to them for our utilization. So those things are called as natural resources. So air, water, land, these are called as natural resources. Can you see here? So these natural resources are classified based on two types. So based on level of development and use. Level of development and use. Level of development and use means up to what level they can be developed and they can be used. Based on it, we classify the natural resource into actual resources and potential resources. So based on the level of developments, we classify the resources into actual resources and potential resources. What is actual resources? It is completely developed and ready to use and its total quantity is known. So for that we can take the example as water. So அதுக்கு மேலே டெவலப் பண்ண முடியாது. We are completely developed and ready to use in it. Air, water, these are actual resources. I have told you that. So actual resources are the resources which are completely developed and ready to use and its total quantity is known. So we all know that if we take the example as water, we all know that 70% of our earth is completely filled with water. So water comes in natural resources. Okay, and then potential resources. If we take water நம்ம எடுத்துக்கிட்டோம்னா drinking water is actual resources. ஓகே, அதை வந்து நம்ம கம்ப்ளீட்டாக டெவலப் பண்ணியாச்சு. எதுலேருந்துலாம் நம்மளால் வாட்டர் ட்ரிங்கிங் வாட்டரை சக் பண்ண முடியுமோ அதுலேருந்துலாம் நம்ம ஃப்ரெஷ் வாட்டரை ட்ரிங்கிங் வாட்டரை நம்ம கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணி அதை யூஸ் பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கோம். அதுக்கு மேலே நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ண முடியும்னா there is no way at all. We are using them for washing and cleaning and bathing and drinking. Okay, you are using them in many ways and it cannot be developed. Their usage cannot be developed at all. But if we take the potential resource, they are not completely utilized. They are not completely developed and its actual quantity is not known. So if we take the sea water, its actual quantity is not known at all. Am I right? So can you just imagine in the sea level இதோட sea ஓட ஆழம் வந்து இவ்வளோ தான் இருக்கும். Can you just imagine that? No, not. There is no way at all. So, potential resources are the resources which are not completely developed. So, in the sense, we don't know that how to convert we know that from salt water we can get salt. But how to convert the salt water into a drinking water? We don't know still. Am I right? So, salt water is a potential resource. Still, salt water is a potential resource. So, if we classify natural resources based on origins, it is classified as abiotic resource and biotic resource. From this name, can you guess something? What is this biotic and abiotic resources? Biotic resources observed from living things, that is plants and animals. Abiotic resources are derived from non-living things like air, water, land, but they are natural things. So biotic resources are the resources which are derived from living things, and that, for example, plants and animals. And abiotic resources are derived from non-living things like air, land, water, but they should be a natural resources because they are the part of the natural resources. Okay. After that, we will see about the human resources in this chapter. Oh, sorry, ma. In natural resources, based on the distribution, we again classify the natural resources into ubiquitous and localized. So what is this what is the sorry ma, what is this ubiquitous mean? The ubiquitous resources are present everywhere. So for that we can take the example as air. Am I right? They are ubiquitous resource. So resources which present everywhere are called as ubiquitous resources. So localized resources that are present in its own localized places. So ubiquitous na it is present everywhere. Localized resource na it is present particularly in some places. For example, we can tell the minerals. எல்லா இடத்துலையும் கோல்டு இருக்கிறதில்ல, எல்லா இடத்துலையும் சில்வர் இருக்கிறதில்ல, எல்லா இடத்துலையும் அயன் இருக்கிறதில்ல. இட் இஸ் லோக்கலைஸ்ட் இன் எ பர்டிகுலர் place. Am I right? So these are called as ubiquitous and localized resources. Then according to the stock, based on the stock, the natural resources are again classified into renewable and non-renewable resources. So renewable resources are the resources that can be replenished in a short period of time. So renewable resources are the resources which can be replenished in a short period of time. But non-renewable resources are resources that takes millions and billions of years to replenish. For example, petrol நம்ம இப்போ ஒரு டைம் எடுத்துட்டோம்னா அது மறுபடியும் ரீப்ளனிஷ் ஆக பெட்ரோல்ஸ் மட்டும் இல்லாமல் எல்லா மினரல்ஸுமே ஒரு டைம் நம்ம எடுத்துட்டோம்னா அது ரீப்ளனிஷ் ஆக மறுபடியும் ஃபார்ம் ஆக ரொம்ப மில்லியன்ஸ் ஆஃப் இயர்ஸ் எடுத்துக்கும். அதே இப்போது we can consider rain. ஸோ ஒரு டைம் ரெயின் வந்துருச்சுன்னா, மழை பெஞ்சிருச்சுன்னா, அகெயின் இட் மே rain tomorrow itself. So மறுபடியும் அது டக்குன்னு ரீப்ளனிஷ் ஆயிடும். So rain is the best example for renewable resources. Am I right? So now we can move into the man-made, that is human resources. Human resources are derived from human resources are derived from natural resources until With the help of human skill, knowledge and technology, they are developed into a resources. ஸோ ஒரு பொருளை நம்ம நேச்சுரலாக டிரைவ் பண்ணி நேச்சுரலாக இருக்கிறதையே எடுத்து நம்ம ஸ்கில் நாலேஜ் இல்லை ஏதாச்சும் டெவலப்மெண்ட் டெக்னாலஜியை யூஸ் பண்ணி அதை ரிசோர்ஸாக மாற்றினோம்னா it is called as human resources. I have told you the furnitures and utensils இதெல்லாம் வந்து human resources. ஒரு விஷயத்தை நேச்சுரலாக இருக்கிறத அப்படியே நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணாமல் அதை கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணி அதில் சில ஸ்கில்ஸை யூஸ் பண்ணி சில டெக்னாலஜியை யூஸ் பண்ணி இல்லாட்டி சில டெவலப்மெண்ட்டை யூஸ் பண்ணி நம்ம அதை ஒரு ரிசோர்ஸாக கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணோம்னா those things are called as a human resources. Okay, so this is just a overview of the chapter. Don't worry, in next class I will teach you using PPT and animation clearly from the first from the root net of the shell. I will teach you, don't worry, but just get a clear idea of what we are going to see in this lesson. We are just going to see about resources. What are resources? Anything and everything which has a value and ability to satisfy the human needs are called as resources. We are just going to see about it. Okay, just revise this lesson. From next class I will teach you in detail. We are going to see this lesson in detail. Okay, kitties, bye.